Her human husband showed his true power, and the alien queen was stunned. Adam walked slowly through the wide corridors of the alien palace. The walls were tall and smooth, glowing with soft blue lights that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. The air smelled faintly of metal and flowers, a mix that was strange but not unpleasant. Everywhere he looked, there were signs of wealth and power. Statues of strange alien beings, with many arms or long, flowing forms, stood silently in niches. Tapestries with colors that humans could barely name hung from the ceilings. Adam kept his hands behind his back, walking as if he belonged, even though everyone around him knew he was human. The palace was alive with activity. Alien servants moved quietly, carrying trays of food or bundles of glowing papers. Nobles in long robes whispered to each other, their voices strange and musical. Some looked at Adam with curiosity. Others looked with doubt or even open scorn. Many of them had never seen a human up close. To them, humans were small, fragile, and soft, not the kind of being to stand beside a queen who ruled many worlds. Adam did not notice the stares. He did not even think about them. He had been here long enough to know that curiosity would always follow him. What he noticed were the small details. The way the lights reflected off the polished floor, the slight hum of energy from the walls, the tiny marks of wear where servants walked every day. His mind absorbed it all quietly without making a sound. Ahead, a door opened and Queen Lyra appeared. She was taller than Adam expected. Her skin was pale gold and her eyes were wide and bright, almost glowing. Her hair floated slightly, as if moved by an invisible wind. She wore a long robe that sparkled like starlight. Adam bowed his head slightly and she smiled. It was not a cold or distant smile, but a real one, full of warmth and trust. "Adam," she said in a voice that was soft but strong, "I hope you are well." "I am well, my queen," he replied, his voice calm and steady. He did not use many words. He had learned long ago that words were not always necessary. Actions mattered more. Lyra stepped closer and Adam could feel her presence. Not a threat, not a test, just a steady, quiet power. Many humans would have felt small next to her. Many aliens might have felt afraid, but Adam felt only calm. "You have been quiet today," Lyra said. "The nobles grow restless. They do not understand why you are here." "Why you are with me?" Adam nodded slowly. "I do not mind, they will learn." Lyra raised an eyebrow. "They may learn, yes, but some may never understand. They see you as weak because you are human, small, fragile, but I know you are not." Adam smiled faintly. He did not need to explain, she already knew. As they walked together through the palace, servants moved out of their way. Aliens whispered to each other. "The human with the queen," they said. Some sounded doubtful, some sounded jealous. But no one spoke aloud in front of Adam or Lyra. It was clear that rules in the palace were different. They reached a large room with wide windows that looked out over the city below. The city was vast, full of towers, bridges, and flying vehicles. Lights sparkled everywhere, moving like stars. Adam leaned slightly against the window and watched. "The enemy grows stronger," Lyra said. Her voice was quiet now, almost like a thought. "Their fleets gather near the border. I do not know if my generals are ready." Adam turned to her. "We will be ready," he said simply. He did not raise his voice. He did not speak with anger or fear. His words were like a stone thrown into water, quiet, but they made waves. Lyra looked at him closely. Her eyes studied his face, his posture, his calm hands. "You do not speak like a human afraid of battle," she said. "You speak like a leader." Adam shrugged. "I have fought before. I have seen battles. I know what fear can do. And I know what courage can do. That is all." Lyra smiled again. It was a small smile, but full of relief. She had trusted many commanders before. Most failed her. Most fell into fear or pride or anger. Adam was different. She felt it. He was human, yes, but he carried something rare. Something even the strongest aliens sometimes lacked: patience, clarity, and quiet strength. Outside the window, a small squad of flying patrols moved past. They were sleek, fast, and armed with glowing weapons. Lyra followed them with her eyes. "Even the smallest patrols must be careful," she said. "The enemy does not rest. They plan every moment to take us by surprise." Adam nodded. "Then we will be ready, not by fear, not by anger, but by seeing clearly what is coming. We can act before they move." The queen watched him for a long moment. Then she turned, her robe floating behind her. "Come. Let us meet the council. They will question you, they may even mock you, but I will stand by you. I hope you are ready." Adam followed her into the council chamber. The room was enormous. The ceiling was so high that Adam's head felt small. The walls were lined with pillars that glowed faintly. Long tables curved in a half circle. At them sat dozens of alien generals, nobles, and advisors. Their eyes all turned toward the human who walked with the queen. A tall alien with green skin and 4 arms spoke first. His voice was sharp and cold. "Why is a human here?" he demanded. "This is not your world, Queen. This is not his place. We need a leader who understands war, not a human who looks soft." Adam looked at him calmly. He did not flinch. He did not raise his voice. "I understand more than you think," he said simply. Another alien, smaller, with wings instead of arms, laughed softly. "He looks like he could break if a strong wind blows too hard," she said. Lyra stepped forward. "He is my husband," she said, "and I chose him. His place is here, not because of size, not because of strength, but because of his mind and his heart. You will see soon enough why he is here." The council murmured. Some looked angry, some looked confused. None knew what to expect. Adam took a deep breath and walked to the center of the room. He spread out the star maps on the table, simple maps of enemy positions and patrol routes. His fingers traced paths and points, quietly, with precision. "The enemy is gathering here," he said, pointing to one cluster. "Here are their weak points. Their scouts are slow. If we act carefully, we can control the first encounter and protect the capital. We do not need to fight blindly." The aliens whispered among themselves. Some shook their heads, some frowned, but Adam did not look at them. He looked at the maps. His eyes were steady, calm, seeing every detail. A young human officer, Kate, stepped forward. "Sir, their main fleet will arrive in 3 cycles. If we attack first, we can disrupt their formation." Adam nodded. "Yes, but we must be precise. We cannot waste ships. We cannot waste lives. Every move must count." Another pilot, Ben, spoke up. "You mean we should fight smart, not just strong?" Adam smiled faintly. "Exactly. Strength alone is not enough. Planning and clarity matter more than size or weapons. If we fight smart, we can turn even a small force into a great one." Lyra watched all of this silently. She felt pride and relief. Many humans might have been frightened. Many might have stumbled under the eyes of powerful aliens. But Adam remained calm. His mind worked like a machine, quiet, precise, and unstoppable. The council argued. Some generals still doubted him. Some thought his plans were too simple to work. But slowly, some began to listen. Slowly, they began to understand that there was more to this human than met the eye. By the time the council meeting ended, Adam had not raised his voice once. He had not threatened anyone. He had simply shown the maps, explained the moves, and left the decision to the queen. Lyra stood beside him, proud and sure. Outside, the city of the palace glimmered under the twin moons. Ships moved silently through the sky. The enemy was gathering, ready to strike. But Adam walked with calm steps. He knew the danger. He knew the stakes. But he also knew that fear could not win. Only clear thought, steady courage, and the right choices could win. And in that quiet confidence, the palace began to feel a little safer. The city outside the palace grew quieter as the twin moons rose higher. Lights from flying vehicles moved slowly across the towers, and the hum of engines mixed with the soft breeze. Adam walked through another corridor, this time alone. His steps were quiet but firm. He could feel the tension in the palace. It was not just the council, it was something bigger, something unseen. In the distance, sensors and screens in the palace showed the movement of enemy fleets. Ships appeared as small points of light, growing larger with each cycle. Adam studied them carefully. He did not panic. Fear did not enter his mind. Instead, he thought about positions, timing, and possibilities. Every move of the enemy could be predicted, controlled, and countered if done correctly. A voice called softly from behind. "Adam?" Kate stepped out from a side corridor. She was young but sharp, a human officer assigned to help the Queen's fleet. "The generals are arguing again. They do not trust your plan. They want to send all ships into battle at once. They say we cannot wait." Adam shook his head slowly. "That is what they think now. They will learn. Not every battle is won by rushing in. If we move too quickly, we lose more than we gain. Timing is everything. Patience matters." Kate nodded, but her worry did not vanish. "Do you really think we can stop them? They are stronger, faster, more than our fleet combined." Adam looked at her with calm eyes. "Strength alone does not win battles, Kate. Planning and clarity win battles. We will not fight blindly. We will fight smart. And if we fight smart, even a smaller force can be stronger than a larger one." They moved together toward the command room. The room was filled with screens, lights, and small hovering drones that displayed enemy positions. Ben, the young pilot, was already there, tapping on a holographic map, showing the paths the enemy might take. Adam stepped forward. "Show me every patrol, every scout, every weak point. I want to see what they do first, not what they hope we will do." Ben pointed to small lights moving in the dark space above the planet. "Here," he said, "they are sending 3 patrols. Each patrol is small, but they move fast. They will test our defenses and report back." Adam studied the movements. "If they split like this, they can be trapped. We do not fight them all at once. We take one patrol at a time, use our smaller ships to guide them into our traps. The rest of the fleet stays ready but hidden." Kate's eyes widened. "You mean we can take on part of the enemy without risking the whole fleet?" Adam nodded. "Exactly. And when the rest arrives, we use their overconfidence against them. They will not expect us to fight carefully. They expect chaos. We will give them order instead." Ben looked nervous but curious. "You really think that will work?" Adam smiled faintly. "I know it will work. Not because we are strong, but because we see clearly. Fear is easy to spread and panic is easy to cause, but clarity and calm are stronger than panic. Remember that." As they prepared, alarms suddenly rang through the palace. The alien generals ran to their posts. Lyra stepped beside Adam, her eyes sharp. "What is happening?" she asked. "They are moving faster than we expected," Kate said. "The first patrol is already within sensor range. They are scanning for defenses." Adam did not move quickly. He did not shout. He took a deep breath and studied the data. "Good, let them come. We will see everything. We will act at the right time." Outside the palace, the patrol ships moved like silent predators. Their shapes were unfamiliar to humans. Long, thin, glowing lines with spinning cores. But Adam saw patterns. He saw where they were weak. He saw the path they had to take. The first patrol reached the outer defense perimeter. The alien generals panicked. "Attack now." "Do not wait," they shouted. Adam raised a hand. "Do not move yet," he said calmly. "We wait for the right moment. We control the battle, not them." The generals froze, unsure. The patrol moved closer, scanning, sending signals. Then Adam gave the order, "Deploy the decoys." Small ships shot out from hidden bays. They moved like real targets, glowing slightly to appear large. The enemy patrols turned toward them. Adam smiled faintly. "Follow them. They will lead you where we want." The patrol ships followed, unaware. Hidden human and alien ships moved quietly into position. Adam's plan was simple but effective. Each patrol could be trapped in a small zone where they could not escape, and once trapped, they would be overwhelmed without risking the main fleet. Kate watched nervously. "It is working. They are falling right into the traps." Adam nodded. "Yes, Now we strike, but carefully. Precision matters more than force. The ships moved together, coordinated perfectly. Adam's mind seemed to reach into the battlefield itself, predicting every turn. Each patrol was stopped, each pilot captured or forced to retreat. The enemy's scouts sent warnings, but Adam had already planned for that. Their communications were jammed, their formations confused. The palace breathed easier as the alarms quieted. The alien generals still stared, shocked. None had expected such calm, careful action from a human. Many whispered behind their hands, "He is not just a human, he is something else." Lyra stepped forward and placed a hand on Adam's shoulder. "You see, they are learning." Slowly, but they are learning. Adam shook his head slightly. "They will always test, always doubt, but we do not need their understanding to act correctly. Only the Queen's trust is needed, and you trust me, that is enough." Outside, the night grew darker and the twin moons shone brighter. The enemy fleet still moved closer, but now Adam had shown that careful thinking could delay them, confuse them, and even control them. Later, in a quiet room, Adam reviewed the enemy's next moves with Kate and Ben. "They will send larger ships now," he said. "They think the first patrol was a small test. They will try a bigger attack, but we are ready. We know their timing. We know their weakness." Kate frowned. "It is still dangerous. They are stronger than us in numbers." Adam smiled faintly. "Strength alone does not win. We will use our brains, not our size. That is how humans have survived for centuries. Even when outnumbered, even when weak, we adapt and we think. And that is our true power." Ben shook his head in amazement. "You are calm, like nothing can touch you. I don't know how you do it." Adam's eyes were steady. "I do not fear what I can see. I do not panic at what I understand. The enemy is like a puzzle. Every puzzle has a solution. We just need to find it before they act." The night passed with quiet tension. The palace was ready. The small patrols had been handled. Now the main fleet approached. Adam knew the real test was coming. The enemy's leaders were clever, their ships were fast, and their weapons were powerful. But Adam was ready. Not because he had a larger fleet, not because he had stronger weapons, but because he understood the battlefield. By morning, the palace felt alive with anticipation. Alien commanders moved quickly but cautiously. The Queen observed Adam as he calmly directed preparations. Her respect for him grew with each passing hour. She had trusted him from the start, but now she understood more clearly why she had chosen him. Adam walked to the balcony and looked at the horizon. Tiny dots in the distance moved like dark stars. The enemy fleet had arrived. They were larger than he expected, faster than predicted. But Adam's mind worked steadily. He traced their paths in the air, imagining each ship's movement, predicting their choices. Kate joined him. "Do you really think we can stop them?" she asked softly. Adam looked at her with calm eyes. "Yes, we can, not because we are stronger, not because we have more ships, but because we are ready, because we see clearly, and because fear will not control us." The twin moons reflected on the calm water of the city below. The palace seemed peaceful, almost unaware of the danger. But Adam knew every moment mattered. Every choice mattered. The enemy was coming, but he would be ready. And in that quiet strength, the first stirrings of hope spread through the palace. The morning sun rose over the palace, casting pale light across the towers and bridges of the city. Outside, the enemy fleet moved steadily, a dark cloud of ships stretching across the sky. Each vessel was sleek and armed, their weapons glowing faintly. The alien commanders whispered nervously in the council room, fear clear in their eyes. But Adam remained calm. His hands were behind his back, and his eyes followed every movement on the holographic map. "This is bigger than I expected," said one general, his voice shaking. "We cannot face them all at once. We will lose everything if we try." Adam turned slowly. His eyes were steady. "You think that because you see only their size, you judge by numbers. That is a mistake." The general frowned. "Then what do you suggest?" Adam walked to the center of the room and spread his hands over the map. We divide them, not physically but mentally. They expect us to fight all at once. They expect chaos. We will give them order. We will take small groups one at a time and use their strength against them. A younger pilot, Jack, spoke up. "Sir, how can a smaller force control a larger one? It seems impossible." Adam smiled faintly. "Nothing is impossible when you see clearly. Strength does not win alone. Speed does not win alone. Only understanding wins. If we know their moves, we can guide them where we want. And once they are there, our smaller force can become stronger than their larger one." Kate looked at him with wide eyes. "You are calm, like nothing can touch you. I don't understand it. How can you think so clearly with the enemy right outside?" Adam's voice was quiet, almost soft. "Fear is easy, panic is easy, but calm is stronger. The enemy is like a river. They will flow toward obstacles, find weakness, and react to what we show them. If we act with clarity, they cannot control us. They can only follow, and that is when we act." The alien generals muttered among themselves. Some still doubted, but slowly curiosity replaced fear. Adam's calmness seemed to pull them in, almost against their will. They could not understand how a human could think like this, yet they began to trust his orders. "First," Adam said, pointing to the map, "we split our fleet into 3 groups. One group stays hidden near the moons to the east. They will be ready to cut off retreat. The second group positions near the city, ready to protect civilians. The third, led by me, will control the main approach. We will not engage blindly. We will act at the moment the enemy shows weakness." A general raised a clawed hand. "And if they attack faster than predicted?" Adam shook his head slowly. "Then we adjust. We never act before the right moment. We do not fight their plans. We fight only what they reveal to us. That is how we win." The council room grew quiet. Even the Queen remained silent for a moment, watching Adam's steady movements. She had trusted him before, but now she realized she had underestimated the depth of his mind. He was not just human. He was something beyond what anyone expected. "Sir," Jack said, "do you really think we can control them? They have more ships, more weapons, more experience." Adam looked at him, calm and sure. "Experience does not win battles. Numbers do not win battles. Only understanding wins battles. We know their moves. We know their patterns. And we will act before they know what we are doing." The generals whispered again. Some were impressed. Some were angry. None had expected such confidence from a human. Many still doubted, but all were watching now. Outside, the enemy fleet moved closer. Adam watched each ship on the holographic display, marking their paths in his mind. He could see their likely attacks, their weak points, and the gaps they would leave. Every detail mattered. Every choice mattered. Kate stepped beside him. "Sir, should we alert the city defenses now?" Adam shook his head. "Not yet. We wait. Let them think we are unprepared. Let them believe we are weak. When they show their weakness, we will strike. Patience matters more than speed." Ben, the young pilot, whispered, "It is amazing, like you can see the future." Adam smiled faintly. "I do not see the future. I see patterns. I see what is likely. And I plan for what is likely, not what is imagined. That is enough." The enemy scouts arrived first, small ships moving quickly through the skies. Their weapons glowed, but they were few. Adam had predicted this. He had set small traps, guiding the scouts into zones where they could be contained. "Deploy the decoys," Adam said quietly. From hidden bays, ships moved outward, glowing slightly to appear larger than they were. The enemy scouts followed. Slowly, deliberately, they fell into the zones Adam had prepared. Once inside, the decoys faded, revealing hidden defenses. The scouts were captured or forced to retreat. The alien generals stared in disbelief. How did he do that?" one muttered. Adam turned, calm as ever. "Observation, patience, and understanding. The same rules that apply to small scouts also apply to the main fleet. Never forget that." The Queen watched him closely. She felt pride rising in her chest. Adam's calm mind, his quiet strength, was more than any weapon. He had not only stopped the enemy scouts but had also shown the alien commanders that he could control the battlefield. "Prepare the main fleet," Adam said. "We strike only when they move fully into our control zones. Until then, we wait and we watch. Every move they make will guide us." Kate nodded, impressed. "Yes, sir, we are ready." Ben adjusted the holographic display. "Sir, their main fleet is now within range. They are larger than we expected, moving in formation toward the city." Adam's eyes did not flicker. "Good. Let them come. Every move they make will show us the path to victory. Stay calm, watch carefully. We act only when the moment is right." Hours passed. The enemy fleet moved slowly, confident in their strength. They thought the humans and aliens were weak, disorganized, and afraid. But Adam's plan worked perfectly. Every maneuver, every patrol, every small ship fell into place. The enemy did not know it, but they were being guided by Adam's calm mind. The alien generals grew nervous. "They are too clever. How does a human know this much?" Adam said nothing. He only pointed to the map. "Watch, learn, act when the moment is right. Doubt does not help, panic does not help, only clarity helps." At last, the first real engagement began. Adam's group moved out of hiding, striking the enemy fleet where they were weakest. Small human ships darted forward, guided by precision. Alien ships followed orders perfectly. The enemy was caught off guard, their attacks broken and scattered. Kate and Ben fought alongside, amazed at how calm Adam remained. Every order he gave was clear, precise, and effective. Every move counted. No ship wasted energy. No life was wasted unnecessarily. The enemy tried to regroup, but Adam had already predicted it. The Queen watched from the palace. She had faced many battles and many leaders. None had impressed her like this human. He did not shout. He did not rage. He only acted. Calm, clear, and unstoppable. By the end of the day, the first wave of the enemy fleet was pushed back. Their ships were damaged, their patrols captured, and yet not a single human ship had been lost. The alien commanders stared in disbelief. The quiet human had done what they thought impossible. Adam returned to the palace with Kate and Ben. "The first wave is over," he said quietly, "but the main attack is coming. We must prepare. We must not grow proud. The battle is far from finished." Lyra stepped beside him, her eyes shining. "You are incredible," she whispered. "I knew you were strong, but I did not know like this. You are more than I imagined." Adam shook his head slowly. "I am human. I do what I must. That is all." Outside, the sky was calm for now. But Adam knew it would not stay calm for long. The enemy would regroup. They would try again. But now, the palace, the city, and the fleet all had hope. And hope was stronger than fear. The alien generals gathered around Adam. Some were still doubtful, but many were curious. They wanted to understand how a human could lead so effectively. They wanted to learn from him. Even those who doubted could not hide their respect. Adam studied the maps once more. "We will prepare for their next move. Every choice they make will guide us, and we will be ready, always." Kate looked at him with admiration. "I do not know how you do it. You are calm in the face of everything. You do not panic, you do not rush, you just act." Adam smiled faintly. "Fear is easy, calm is harder, but calm wins. Always remember that." The sun set again and the city lights glimmered. The enemy fleet was still out there, but Adam had shown that careful thought, observation, and clarity could defeat even the strongest foe. And slowly, the palace began to believe that perhaps a human could indeed change the fate of worlds. The next day dawned quiet and still over the palace, but Adam knew the calm would not last long. Outside, the enemy fleet had regrouped overnight. Their ships now moved in tighter formations, larger than before, glowing with weapons charged and ready. The alien generals whispered nervously in the council room. Their fear was clear, but Adam remained calm. He moved through the room slowly, examining the maps, studying the enemy's likely moves. "They are coming faster this time," one general said, his voice shaking. "We cannot stop all of them. We will lose everything if we try." Adam shook his head slowly. You are looking at this wrong. We are not trying to stop all of them at once. We are guiding them. We are shaping the battlefield so that their strength becomes a weakness. Watch and follow my plan, nothing more. Kate and Ben stood close by, their eyes wide as they watched Adam at work. Sir, Kate said, they have more ships, more weapons, more everything. Are you sure this will work? Adam looked at her calmly. It will work because we are ready. Not because we are stronger, not because we have more, but because we understand the battlefield. They act without thinking. We act with clarity. That is enough. The Queen observed from her seat at the council table. She had seen many commanders in her life, but none like this human. Adam did not shout. He did not demand respect. He simply commanded it by knowing exactly what needed to be done and acting without fear. Adam divided the fleet into precise groups. Each human and alien ship had a clear role. Some would protect the city and the palace. Some would create traps for the enemy. Some would move forward to strike at the weak points Adam had already calculated. Every pilot, every crew member followed his plan with precision. Deploy the decoys, Adam said quietly. Small ships moved out from hidden bays, glowing slightly to appear larger than they were. The enemy fleet approached, believing they had found easy targets. They moved directly into the zones Adam had prepared, unaware that they were stepping into traps. The first wave of enemy ships was caught immediately. Hidden turrets fired, capturing or disabling the ships with minimal loss to Adam's forces. The alien generals watched, mouths open. How does a human do this? One whispered. Adam did not answer. He studied the next wave of enemy ships moving into range. He had predicted their formation, their timing, and even their likely reactions. Every detail mattered, and he had accounted for them all. Activate the forward squadrons, Adam said. Strike only when the moment is right. Do not rush. Do not waste energy. We control this battle, not them. The squads moved quickly, silently, and with perfect coordination. The enemy's attacks were scattered. Their weapons were powerful, but their formations were broken. Adam's smaller, precise forces overwhelmed parts of the fleet without ever risking the full main force. Kate and Ben fought alongside the human and alien ships, amazed at Adam's calm. Every order he gave was exact. Every move he predicted came true. The enemy could not understand it. They had never faced a human who acted with such confidence and control. The Queen watched closely. Her eyes widened as Adam's strategy unfolded perfectly. The enemy was powerful, but the battlefield was his to shape. Every wave they sent was met with calculated resistance, and each failure of the enemy only confirmed Adam's mastery. The alien commanders whispered among themselves. He is not just a human, he is beyond what we imagined. He thinks like a master strategist, like someone who can see the future. Adam ignored their whispers. He focused on the maps, the screens, the sensors. The enemy was moving into his traps exactly as planned. He was ready for their retreat, ready for their reinforcements, ready for every move they could make. Prepare the flank, he said quietly. They will try to attack from the side. Anticipate it and draw them in. Every move must bring them closer to our control zones. The enemy attempted a sudden attack from the side. Small ships darted forward, weapons glowing. But Adam's fleet had anticipated it. Hidden squadrons moved into position, cutting off the attackers. The enemy ships were forced into narrow zones where their numbers became a disadvantage rather than a strength. Excellent, Adam said quietly. Keep them contained. Do not let panic take hold. Clarity wins. The Queen stepped closer to him. Adam, your control is astonishing. I have never seen anyone do this. Adam shook his head slowly. I am human. I do what I must. That is all. The battle continued for hours. Enemy ships attacked, retreated, and tried new formations, but Adam had predicted nearly every move. His calm mind, his steady planning, and his clear understanding of the battlefield made him unstoppable. His smaller forces were like a single, precise instrument, striking at weak points and avoiding unnecessary losses. Finally, the main enemy fleet tried a bold move. They concentrated all their forces in a single massive wave, hoping to overwhelm Adam's defenses. The alien generals panicked. "We cannot stop them. This is too much." Adam did not move quickly. He did not shout. He raised a hand, calm and steady. "Do not fear. Do not act without thought. Every choice they make is ours to use. They are large, yes, but they are predictable. We control the moment." He divided the fleet further, assigning each group a precise target. He ordered coordinated strikes, each ship moving in perfect timing. Enemy ships fell into narrow zones where Adam's forces could strike from multiple angles. Weapons fired with precision, disabling enemy engines and weapons one by one. The massive wave of ships became trapped in a calculated cage. The Queen's eyes widened as she watched. The enemy was powerful, but Adam's calm mind had turned their strength into a weakness. He had predicted their moves, prepared for them, and controlled every part of the battlefield. Kate whispered, "Sir, it is incredible. They are falling apart and we are barely using our full strength." Adam nodded. "That is the power of calm and clarity. Panic is the enemy. Confusion is the enemy. Strength is only useful when used correctly, and we are using it correctly." The enemy ships began to retreat, but Adam was ready. He had anticipated their path. Squadrons moved into position, cutting off escape routes. The remaining enemy forces were captured or forced to surrender. The massive attack had failed completely. The alien generals stared in silence. Some were shocked. Some were in awe. None could believe what they had seen. A human, small, fragile, and quiet, had defeated a massive fleet with calm, precise strategy. The Queen stepped forward, her eyes bright. "Adam, you have done what no one else could. You have controlled the battlefield, defeated the enemy, and saved the city without chaos or panic. I am stunned." Adam shook his head slowly. "I only did what was needed. That is all. Fear does not help. Strength alone does not help. Calm, clarity, and careful thought do." The city below the palace erupted in quiet celebration. The enemy had retreated. The fleet was safe. The palace and its people were secure. Adam had shown not only his skill but the quiet power humans could wield when they acted with thought and clarity. The Queen turned to the generals. "You have seen it now. Strength is not always what matters. Fear and chaos are not the answer. This human, my husband, has shown us the true power of strategy and calm. We must follow him, trust him, and learn from him." Some generals nodded slowly. Others still whispered, unable to fully comprehend how a human could achieve so much. But all were changed. The battlefield had revealed a new reality. Adam returned to the palace, quiet and humble. Kate and Ben followed him, still amazed. "Sir, the Queen, everyone, they cannot stop talking about you," Kate said. Adam smiled faintly. "It is not about me. It is about what must be done. We act correctly and results follow. That is all." The Queen stood beside him, her hand resting lightly on his arm. "Adam, you are more than I imagined. Today, you have shown power no one expected, wisdom no one could foresee, and courage beyond measure. I am proud to stand with you." Adam looked at her calmly. "I am human. I do what I must. That is all." Outside, the sun began to set, painting the city in gold and red light. Ships returned to their docks. Pilots and crews rested, still talking in quiet wonder about the calm human who had led them to victory. In that moment, the palace felt safe. The enemy had been defeated. The human who had been doubted and underestimated had shown the true power of quiet strength, careful thought, and unwavering calm. And the Queen, watching him, realized fully why she had chosen him. Not for size, not for strength, not even for courage alone, but for the quiet, unshakable power that only humans like Adam could show. A power that stunned even the most powerful alien queen. The city was quiet in the early morning. The streets glimmered under the soft light of the twin moons, and the air smelled faintly of smoke from the previous day's battle. Pilots and soldiers moved through the docks, checking their ships, repairing engines, and preparing for the next patrol. Even though the battle was over, everyone was still alert. The enemy had been defeated, but Adam knew this was only one step in a larger war. The Queen called a meeting in the main hall of the palace. The alien generals, nobles, and human officers gathered together. The hall was filled with light from crystal panels on the walls, reflecting the pride and relief in everyone's faces. The defeated enemy ships were still visible through the wide windows, scattered across the horizon as they retreated. Adam entered quietly, his hands behind his back, calm and steady. The room fell silent. Every eye turned toward him. Many of the alien commanders could not hide their surprise. A human, small, soft, and quiet, had led the fleet to victory where they had doubted him. Queen Lyra rose from her seat, her golden eyes shining. She stepped toward Adam. "Today, you have done what no one believed possible," she said softly, but with strength. "You have guided our fleet, saved our city, and defeated a powerful enemy. You have shown courage, strategy, and clarity beyond what any of us imagined. Adam, you have proven your true power." Adam bowed his head slightly. "I did what had to be done," he said quietly. "Strength alone is not enough. Fear does not help. Clarity and careful thought win battles, that is all." The generals whispered among themselves. Some looked ashamed, some impressed. Even the proudest nobles could not argue. They had seen it with their own eyes. A human had led them to victory. A human had changed the outcome of a battle that no one else thought possible. One of the older generals, a tall alien with silver skin, stepped forward. "I underestimated you," he said, his voice low. "I thought a human could not lead. Today I was wrong. You are not only a leader but a master strategist. You have taught us the value of calm and clear thinking. I will follow your orders without doubt." Adam nodded. "Thank you. We all must work together. This victory is not mine alone." Every pilot, every ship, every crew member played their part. We act as one, and that is why we succeed. Kate stepped forward, her eyes bright. "Sir, even we humans are amazed. We have never seen anyone plan and act like you. You have shown what humans can do when they are calm, patient, and focused. You have shown the true power of thought." Adam smiled faintly. "I am human. I do what is needed. That is all. Others can do the same if they choose clarity over fear." The Queen's eyes softened as she looked at Adam. "You are not only my husband but the heart of this victory. You have saved lives, inspired hope, and changed the way everyone sees humans. Many believed we needed only strength, weapons, and speed. But you have shown that strategy, patience, and courage matter more than any weapon." The palace was quiet for a moment, filled with respect. Even the alien nobles who had doubted Adam now bowed their heads slightly. They had seen the truth. This human was not weak. This human was extraordinary. Adam walked to the large balcony overlooking the city. Below, soldiers and citizens moved through the streets, repairing damage and helping one another. Ships returned to the docks, their engines humming softly. The sun rose higher, painting the city with gold and red light. The world felt alive and safe. Lyra joined him at the balcony. "Adam, the galaxy will speak of this day for a long time," she said quietly. "You have not only saved our city but shown the true strength of humans. I am proud of you beyond words." Adam looked out at the city, then at the fleet. "We must remain prepared. The enemy may return, but for now we have peace, and peace is earned by careful action, not by fear." The Queen smiled, her hand resting lightly on his arm. "You are calm even now. I do not understand how you do it, but I trust you, always." Later in the Grand Hall, the Queen called for a ceremony. She honored Adam publicly, speaking to the nobles, generals, and citizens. "Today we celebrate not just a victory but a lesson," she said. "A lesson in courage, wisdom, and calm. Adam, my husband, has shown the power humans can hold. Let this day be remembered for generations." Let everyone know that strength is not only in weapons or size, but in clear thought, courage, and determination. Adam stepped forward, bowing his head slightly. I only did what was needed. Every victory requires everyone's effort. This day belongs to all who fought, not only to me. Remember, clarity and courage matter more than fear. We act with thought and we succeed together. The crowd cheered. Soldiers and pilots, humans and aliens alike, raised their voices in celebration. Even those who had doubted him now stood in respect. A human had not only survived among the stars but had shown the galaxy what humans were truly capable of. Kate and Ben approached him quietly. "Sir," Kate said softly, "you have done something no one thought possible. You have shown humans are more than just small, weak beings. You have shown true strength." Adam shook his head slightly. "Strength alone is nothing. Clarity and patience are stronger than any weapon. Humans can be small, but our minds and hearts are powerful. Never forget that." The Queen joined them, smiling. "Adam, the galaxy will never see humans the same way again. You have changed everything. You have shown that courage, calm, and clear thought can overcome even the greatest danger." Adam smiled faintly. "I am human. I do what must be done. That is all. Others can do the same if they choose clarity over fear." The celebration lasted for many cycles. Soldiers, citizens, and nobles shared stories of the battle. They spoke of the calm human who led the fleet, who predicted enemy moves, who controlled the battlefield without panic. They spoke of Adam, the quiet, small human who had stunned an alien queen and won a victory for all. As the sun set, Adam and the Queen stood together on the balcony. The city below glowed softly. Ships returned to the docks, their engines quiet. The streets were safe, the citizens smiling, and the palace filled with relief and pride. "You have done more than anyone expected," the Queen said quietly. "I knew you were strong, but I did not know like this. You are calm, precise, and unstoppable." Adam shook his head. "I only do what is needed. Strength alone is nothing. Fear alone is nothing. Calm and careful thought are what matter, that is all." Lyra took his hand. "You have shown the galaxy a new truth. Humans are not weak. Humans are capable of great things, and I am proud to stand beside you." Adam looked out at the horizon. The enemy had been defeated, but the galaxy was vast. More challenges would come, but for now there was peace. And in that peace, humans and aliens could stand together, united by trust, respect, and the quiet strength of thought. Kate smiled at him. "Sir, the galaxy will remember this day. You have shown what humans can do when they are calm and clear. You have inspired hope everywhere." Adam nodded slowly. "Hope is stronger than fear. Clarity is stronger than panic. Humans can be small, but our minds and hearts are strong. That is enough to change the world." The night fell over the city, stars shining brightly above. Ships rested in their docks. Pilots slept in their quarters. Citizens walked safely through the streets. And Adam stood beside the Queen, quiet, calm, and ready for whatever the future might bring. He had shown the galaxy what a human could do. Not by size, not by weapons, not by fear, but by clarity, calm, and courage. And that lesson would not be forgotten. The palace, the city, and the fleet all knew a truth now. Humans were not weak. Humans could lead. Humans could overcome the impossible. And in the quiet strength of one human, the galaxy had seen a new power that stunned even the strongest alien queen. Adam looked at Lyra and smiled faintly. "We will face whatever comes next, together." The Queen nodded. "Yes, together." And in that quiet moment, with the stars above and the city safe below, the human who had been doubted and underestimated stood tall. Not with weapons or force, but with mind, courage, and calm. And the galaxy, for the first time, truly understood the power of humans.